Oh, hey! I didn't expect to see you here today. I thought you were busy all day today. Oh, it's just that when we last spoke, you said you couldn't come down to the garden, so I'm a little surprised to see you is all. No, don't misunderstand me. I'm happy that you're here. The garden box for the herbs still needs a little repairing, and the tomatoes stakes need to be replaced again, so I could really use your help. I just feel a little overwhelmed with it all, if I'm being completely honest. It's a lot more work than I anticipated. But I am glad to have you by my side, though. Working together should make the whole process a lot easier. 4 hands are better than 2 and all that. So, where do you think we should start? I was thinking of working on the garden box for the herbs first. I have the wood and everything for it all here. But if you think something else should take priority, we can certainly do that. If I'm being completely honest with you, I didn't want to start any of the bigger projects without you here. I wanted you to be able to give your input and share your ideas about it all. I greatly value your opinions on these things, especially as you've known about this place a lot longer than I have. Okay, awesome. Let's get started on rebuilding the frame for that planter box then. I saw some old tools in the shed we can probably use. If you could go and collect those and bring the new wood and nails over. Just be careful because they looked a little rusty, and I wouldn't want you injuring yourself or getting tetanus or anything like that. When I first found them, they were a little far back, buried under some old bags of potting mix and soil. I pulled them out though, so you should be able to find them pretty easily. I was a little surprised to find them still here, really. Out of all things, they were the last thing I expected to find. Well, there you are. Oh, I was worried for a second that you'd gotten hurt while rooting around in the shed for the tools. Hey, they all look to be in better shape than I originally thought. Do you think we'd be able to use them at all, or will they need to be replaced before we can get started? I think we should replace them soon, but they should work just fine for today. Okay, first things first, we should figure out if the whole framing needs to be replaced, or if... Whoa! Oh! Ah! Oh! Okay. Wow. Yeah, that really hurt. No, I'm fine. It was just a tumble. Right onto the wood and tools we just placed down. Ah. Oh, I think I twisted my ankle. I landed awkwardly on my wrist and... Oh, dear. Is that blood? Oh, shit. Okay, in my bag just over there, I should have some basic first aid supplies. I tend to get myself injured a lot, so I've learned over time to always carry some with me for moments just like this one, where something goes wrong, or I trip, or, well, you know. This is the worst I've gotten hurt in a while, though. Usually it's just a small cut or scrape, or things like splinters. But this? Well, come to think of it, this happens more often than I'd like to admit. Okay, good. You managed to find the first aid kit. If you unzip it and look in the first pocket on the inside, behind the band-aids, you should be able to find the disinfectant wipes. Whoa, are you sure? You don't have to do that for me. I can take care of this myself while you get started on the project if you like. I wouldn't want to be a burden at all. Not when there are other things you could be doing. Well, if you're sure, it would be nice to have some help patching myself up for once. Ah, jeez. I even managed to rip right through my pants. And I just got them, too. Okay. I'm gonna lift up the fabric so that we can get a better look at the injury. See if I need to go to the hospital or not. All right. Well, that doesn't look too bad, I guess. I should have everything we need to patch me up. And then we can get back to more important things, like working on the garden. Ah, jeez. Okay. I always forget how much that hurts to use. No, I'm okay. The disinfectant just stings a little, that's all. You're so careful and steady with your hands, and they're so soft. While I admire and appreciate your efforts, you don't have to be afraid of hurting me. I don't think there's much you could do that I haven't already done to myself. Wow. Oh, all right. Yeah, I don't think Band-Aids are going to cover that. If you take another look, I should have a roll of bandages that I keep in there in the mesh pocket beside the Band-Aids, just in case of emergencies. Which I guess this kind of counts as one, doesn't it? Okay. I think that should do it. Thank you for your help. It really means a lot to me. I'm so used to fixing myself up that I guess I forgot what it felt like to be cared for. I know this is a little off topic, but I've been thinking about what else we can do with this garden. You know, it's almost the end of spring. Do you think there would be any room to plant some sunflowers? They grow best when the weather starts to warm up, so I think now would be the perfect time. Of course, if you don't think there's any room, or if you think empty plant boxes are better suited to something else, we don't have to. I just thought that they would be really helpful in livening this place up and giving it some color, you know? Of course, all that's just an idea. But if you think it's at all possible, well, I'd love to be able to do something like that. But, unfortunately, my leg still hurts quite a bit. So it looks like we won't get much done today after all. But that's okay. Sometimes these things happen. But if you're up for it, I'm sure we can find another way to spend the day together. Well, after all that, if you would like to spend some more time together, you should subscribe to the channel. If you're one of our adult fans, you should consider subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/Celesterra, or you can order your own personal audio at anagomi.com/commissions. Until next time,